spiritual whirlwind with Punch That Can't Airlines. Gav landed in seat 14B, but the ancestors got there first. Lights flicker, eucalyptus wafts, and the formidable Chicken Rock stands guard by the cockpit. Auntie's making her smudging rounds, row by row. Serenity prevails, at least for now. When the peanuts spelled a tone, you knew it was real. As the seatbelt sign transforms into a clapstick, Gav dodges eye contact with an ethereal, woven guide, plotting a graceful escape. Brace for impact on landing.
Episode 4, now dripping with cheek, chaos, and mob-strong parody vibes as Gav and Chicken Rock board their next spiritual flight. Narrator. Episode 4, Transit of the Ancestors. Gav left the Cook Islands dehydrated, haunted, and unsure if he was still on a plane or inside a metaphor. Red hair, Pauline, spiritually deported by a chicken. Now Gav's boarding again. New country, new Karakia, same baggage. Welcome to Vanuatu. Seatbelts off. Elders on. Gav's headset plays dreaming stories on shuffle, and the auntie next to him smudges his elbow mid-flight.
Pulsing red from the seatbelt sign unveiled haunting revelations. Pretending to sleep, Gav felt his ancestors sorting through his memories like dusty records. Unyielding, Chicken Rock remained firm at the helm. The auntie murmured beside him, "Dream uneasily here, and the soul returning won't be the one who left." Gav landed in Vanuatu, but the fire wasn't friendly. Warriors stood by, drums thundered. This wasn't a hello. It was an initiation. Flames flickered close, his nerves jolted, and Lorraine whispered, "He's not ready." Chicken Rock stayed back. Now Gav faced the fiery path on his own, ready for the part where Gav cruised to the beat, awakening a spectral uncle with pressing questions. Gav stepped in welcome ceremony, being scared to have step into toes on sacred ground. Each gaze felt like an ancient secret being uncovered. Silence, save for the heartbeat drum echoing wisdom he couldn't grasp. Smoke danced in earnest, whispering truths. The chief advanced, no handshake offered. Just an intense, soul-piercing gaze, saying, "Begin." In the silent sanctum, where every step touches upon hidden legacies, Gav felt the ground pulse with ancestral wisdom. Each heartbeat echoed ancient tales, bridging ages. Smoke curled in earnest whispers, laden with secrets. The chief locked eyes, penetrating to the core, issuing an unspoken call. Commence. A juncture where fear converges with fate. The chief's voice rumbled deep like thunder confined to Gav's chest. He parted his lips to speak, but the flames danced in silent caution. Even the ancient stone seemed to lean in. Here a name is more than a tag, it's a testament, and Gav, his evidence was penned. Energy intense, sacred, and no room for muck around. Gav's in it now. The fire's listening. The ancestors are awake, and every word counts. Gav spoke, halfway. His voice cracked, not from fear, but from everything unsaid. The fire leaned forward. A log split. The chief didn't blink. A drum hit once, hard. A toddler stared straight through him, then said, "That's not your whole name." And just like that, it began. I've into Gav's spiritual recall, where his name must be earned, not remembered. The earth stayed still, but Gav trembled. The toddler's declaration resonated, both a blessing and a shackle. from the shadows, Auntie murmured, "Share your tale beyond your name." Smoke coiled at his feet. Drums resumed, now slower, more profound. This was no greeting. It was an examination of the spirit. Gav opened his mouth, and the fire snapped back louder. The chief's eyebrow rose, judgment sharp. A dog barked unwelcoming. Auntie knew the mats whispered, "Say the wrong thing, and your soul will be snupped by the pigs." He froze. The pig glanced up. "Don't make us look bad, mate." Next, the Kava Bowl challenge loomed, and Gav mistook it for a casual tea party. Moments later, he was lost, hallucinating Chicken Rock, shimmying through the Macarena.
Gav grabbed the Kava bowl like it was just a latte. Big mistake. The uncles leaned in, eyes twinkling. Anticipation hung in the air, thick as fog. He took a sip, spluttered, blinking madly as if the ancestors hit the group chat. Behind, Chicken Rock gave a sage nod, then broke into a slow-motion groove. Ready for Kava vision mode, where Gav's past lives debate who gets to disinherit him first.
Too wild. Everything just switched to Kava vision. Gav's mind wandered off as his ancestors tuned in, already bickering over who stuck with him spiritually. Welcome to the Dreamtime Roast. The Kava surged. Gav's fingers were shaking as he surrendered to the cosmic wind, murmuring, "Forgive me." The stars groaned in unison. One ancestor shook their head, another chuckled softly. Then they all declared in perfect unity, "Come on, Fulla, say it loud in front of everyone while you're fully awake." Suddenly, Gav blinked into the present. In the middle of the ceremony, a tear hanging precariously as Chicken Rock thrust a pandanus-wrapped microphone his way. And then it happened. Gav's lips parted, not for his voice, but for something deeper than memory. Words unknown, yet familiar, emerged like dawn after centuries of night. The elders leaned in. The matriarchs paused. Even the mighty boar gently dipped its head. The rock's gaze softened. Gav had spoken, with the ancestors echoing back. Silence washed over. The ocean's breath carried the ancestral echo as Gav stood by the fire. In that moment, a transformation unfolded. He wasn't merely Gav anymore. Gav, eyes wet, voice unwavering. I've ignored our land's call for too long. Now, I finally understand it. Beat. Wait. Was that truly Kava? Or did Chicken Rock slip something extra in there? Narrator. Laughter danced around the fire. Even the ancient spirits smirked. A pig let out a snort of delight. Anati handed Gav a tissue, beaming. Remember, don't ghost your roots next time. Ready to witness Gav earn his true name, one that's bold, playful, and truly deserved. The chief approached slowly, no fanfare, only sincerity. His eyes met Gav's as he declared, "From this moment, you are Gavwanatu." The mob erupted in applause. Auntie chimed in. "It means he who wept, endured, and only slightly embarrassed us." Even the mystical Chicken Rock gave a nod of approval.
When you mix ancestral wisdom with a dash of inner Gav, magic happens. Gav's been cracked open, spirits channeled, the pig nodded in approval, and the aunties gave their sacred nods. Through the whirlwind of emotions, Gav finally speaks his truth. Gavwanatu stood at the edge of the village, ready to leave behind a legacy forged in fire and feathers. Auntie nudged him. "No waving, walk with pride." They handed him a woven bag. Inside, a coconut, a feather, and a folded truth he had yet to unveil. Unlocking enlightenment.
easier said than done. At the ticket counter, Gavwanatu proudly revealed his mystical satchel. "Can I check this in?" The clerk shot him a look. "Nope, that's your carry-on," he balked. "But it's heavy." She smirked. "So's enlightenment. Handle it." Beside him, Chicken Rock preened its feathers, utterly unfazed. On board, Gav clung to his bag like treasure lost in the enigmatic skies. Gavwanatu clung to his spirit bag, each breath a tribute to tradition. Meanwhile, Chicken Rock calmly surfed the turbulence with Destiny Chronicles, impervious to the chaos outside. This isn't just a flight, it's a trial in disguise. When the tray tables drop, souls ignite, launching an epic quest. The journey started in a whisper. Heritage carried Gavwanatu forward, pumping courage through every vein. Unseen pathways beckon, with confidence replacing caution. A lowered tray table signals that destiny is at play. This adventure doesn't just fulfill expectations, it shatters them. Imagine being led astray to Fiji, only to realize your true path lies farther still.